Hey everyone, this is Julian Hobbs. I am an artist, writer, storyboard artist, and a voice actor. I've dabbled into some stuff like that. Welcome to my sketchbook tour. So a couple things I need to get out of the way. This is only half of my sketchbook, not the whole thing. I've not finished all the sketchbook as of this video. Um, and some images may be a little bit different or may look a bit clearer, and they're not going to be entirely final because they're still sketches. And apologies if you can't see some of the drawings because they're lightly sketched. And secondly, this is unscripted, so sorry if you hear any background noises, and if I start sounding burpy or hiccupy, do disregard that. With that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, so this here's Buzzy. He's a tanuki, which is a Japanese raccoon dog, in case anyone doesn't know what that is. Arrogant, perverted, but with a heart of gold. This one gets mistaken for a bear a lot, which is funny because one of the inspirations behind him is Teddy from Persona 4. And another inspiration being Doraemon, which explains why his nose is shaped that way. And I've also looked at some of Pompoko. Look at him just eating these steamed buns, or, you know what, I'll just call them dumplings. I just had to pick something for him to eat. Alright, so these are a session of figure drawings via Zoom from this model by the name of Amanda Achen, which her Instagram handle is at the Artache, not heartache, Artache as in art. She does these sessions like every week, mostly every week, through Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. One of the best things about the sessions is that she has 4 different camera angles. These drawings were at the time when she only had 3. But they're super helpful and super fun. So, if you're looking for a good figure drawing resource or figure drawing class to do, definitely do check her out. Again, on Instagram is at the Artache. Oh, I did this little nice-held fox because it was a 20-minute pose and I got through all the angles, and I was a little bored, so I figured I'd indulge myself a little bit. Now, this is one of my favorite characters. This is Luna. She's a 7-year-old skunk who is incredibly shy, but also incredibly smart for her age. Metaphorically speaking, a 17-year-old in a 7-year-old's body. Few inspirations come to mind with her. Cassie from Dragon Tales, she's the pink dragon. Then there's Nutty Koala from this Australian cartoon from the 90s called Blinky Bill. Doremi from Doraemon, who's Doraemon's sister, which explains why this character has the ribbon on her head. And Michelle the Badger from this movie called Once Upon a Forest. There's plenty of others. I could go on and on. I have such a soft spot for like the shy little girl characters. I put in a whip a bit. I thought like if she were to wield a weapon, this would naturally kind of fit her a bit. Now this bear here is Toby, 17 years old. He's a big guy, but he's also incredibly nice and tries to be as helpful as he can. One of the biggest inspirations behind him is Ord from Dragon Tales. He's the big blue dragon who's afraid of everything. It goes back to that show. I have nostalgia for it. I have a soft spot for like the big nice guy characters a lot. I tend to want to root for them because they're just so endearing. Best way to describe this bear is Baby Bear of the 3 Bears from the Goldilocks story, all grown up. He's quite the country bumpkin, isn't he? Hold on, my camera's trying to focus a bit. Now, this is Mei Li, a 17-year-old daughter of a Shaolin monk and a fortune teller. She takes after both of her parents, being both a martial arts prodigy, but also being very spiritual. incredibly nice and gentle by nature, the type that is really good with kids, and also at the same time incredibly tough and fierce. Inspiration behind her, if you can't tell already, is Chun-Li from Street Fighter, Tifa from Final Fantasy VII, and Asuna from Sword Art Online. Look at her doing the Chun-Li victory pose. I actually was proud of how that one turned out. This one, she was just fun to draw. In fact, just to let you know real quick, everything here is just like fun to draw. Oh, so this is from a Facebook group that I was in called Musebox, where they would have models come in and be in costumes. This one is from when the model was dressed as Titania from Shakespeare, aka the fairy. And then midway through the session, she changed outfits, and I forget what this costume is supposed to be. Now, look at these two. They're so cute. This little fairy here and her partner, this caterpillar. I ship them. They're so adorable together, and they just work so well. Now this little imp, this little devil imp is inspired by Impmon from Digimon and some of Akira Toriyama's monsters from Dragon Quest. I tend to be inspired by Toriyama a lot, along with Tezuka, who made Astro Boy, and Kimba the White Lion, aka Jungle Emperor, and Oda, who made One Piece. That's just to name a few of them. And here's a cute little demon here. I like to call him Satan Jr., the son of Satan, who is quite bright and optimistic for a little demon. You expect the son of Satan to be scary looking, but he's just so adorable. So another set of figure drawings from Zoom. I don't have much to say about them, so I'll just keep going. If I'm going a little too fast, you can pause the video a bit if you want to take in, or maybe even slow down. Okay, now this page here is from, I was on YouTube watching some Shaolin Kung Fu videos, and I drew some of these poses using Mei Li, and they're quite fun to do and a really good practice. Most of these are from reference. Only a couple of them are probably from imagination, if I recall. But these are fun to do nonetheless. My phone's taking a bit to focus in a bit, so it's going to be a little blurry. Okay. Alright, here's this nine-tailed fox. This is Lumen, she's the goddess of light. Best described as divine, but also casual, and quite humorous. And she'd be the best mom you could ever have. Or the best mom that you would ever want, basically. I am a huge fan of Japanese mythology, especially creatures like this, or even spirits. Just look at her patent Luna on the back. I know you can probably barely see it, but it's there. And I even like how the perspective turned out here. I was actually proud of that one. Now, this cat girl thief is, I like to call her Milady. She's named after a character from Alexandre Dumas's The Three Musketeers, Milady de Winter. Quite flirtatious, but also behaves like a cat. And it isn't just an act, that's how she behaves. So she'd have some pretty bad table manners if you sat down with her at a table. A couple of inspirations come to mind with this one. Morrigan from Darkstalkers and Boggy from this Tezuka special, Boggy, the Monster of Mighty Nature, which Saberspark did a whole video explaining what that is, so do check that one out. It's actually worth watching. And you can even find the whole movie on YouTube fan subbed. The Morgan inspiration, that's where she gets the moniker of the Succubus. And here's one more set of Zoom figure drawings. Only this time, it is Frazetta themed. Now I got a bit to say about that one. So, that same model I mentioned that's doing the Zoom sessions brought in another model. And as the poses got longer, the two models took turns every time there'd be a new pose. And then, once it got even longer, that's when the two of them got together. Well, the two of the models got together for a pose. I mean, just give me a bit. Now here's this little witch girl that I did. She's doing a little bit of magic on this jack-o'-lantern, and then she's mixing something in a cauldron. It's probably soup, I think. Yeah, it's anybody's guess. And here's her little pet/familiar, which is a mix between a rabbit and a hamster. I was looking at a bit of Tenchi Muyo's like Cabot, which I may go back and watch that show if I ever start feeling a bit nostalgic for it. Back when it came on Toonami. And here's the two of them together. Let me give my phone a little bit of time to focus. I'm sure you can see it. Hold on. Just give my phone a little bit of time to focus here. Good. Alright. Now here's a mermaid, and she has two forms. When she's underwater, she has a tail, but when she's on land, she has legs, or well, more so, though that tail turns into legs. She's even got web feet to still have that aquatic fishiness to her. And here's a capo. And hold on. Uh-oh. Phone's a little out of focus. Okay. Yeah, had to move the sketchbook over here because my phone's trying to focus. Here's a kappa, which is this aquatic yokai. It's a reptilian one. Japanese mythology is quite interesting. All right, now this here. I did a few studies of primates. Sorry, moving back. Okay, did a few studies of primates, and my phone's trying to focus in. I don't know why it's blurring out. Let me fix that a bit. There, much better. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I was doing some studies of primates, and they're quite an interesting build, an interesting thing to look at, especially with what their hands are, and especially how their face is kind of shaped. And this is one more from Musebox. Only this time, hold on, give me a second. Let me try to focus in. There, much better. This is from Musebox. Only this time the model's dressed as a water nymph. So that's quite the interesting bit. And the last 2 pages for this segment, these two look so great together. So do these two. This duo I wanted to do a Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit duo. Look at her kissing him. He's having a blast. So that'll do it. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see here, you can click the like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're curious on where you can find me, I am on Twitter, which is at Julian R. Hobbs, which is JulianRHobbs. Instagram, same thing. All the links to where I am is basically in the description. And so I may do a part 2 if I finish this whole thing, or I might just do a tour of the full sketchbook anyways. But this time I don't talk and go that much in depth to it. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for tuning in, and have a good day.